Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Alpha X Pro series. Today we have a lovely TVZ for you, and both players are already in the lobby, so we're gonna head into the first game rather quickly, hopefully here. I know we're a couple of minutes late already, but you know what, that's in the good old spirit of esports gamers, I suppose. Let's see if both are ready. Just gonna do the check, and then we'll see. We're going to be rotating around back and forth between the EU and NA today. The servers should be good overall. Right, Cuddlebear, gun A, grab water first. Okay. Just a little bit of friendly chat going on between these two players and me as well. Alright. Here we go. Looking like both are ready to go. Itching to go, as they say in any English-speaking countries. Alright. Hope you guys are all having a good time as well so far. Hope you had a good day. Let me open up the stream chat as well, actually. I know there's a lot of stuff for StarCraft 2 going on right now, but we're gonna have to wait and see how this goes. Overall, yes, as they say as well, I guess. Lovely, lovely. Cuddlebear versus Nitix. Nitix actually a little bit close to my heart. Also Cuddlebear as well, of course. But Nitix, first player I ever got to cast a professional match for. Truly amazing. So you know what? I'm cheering for both these players. It's might be a little bit biased to be cheering for both players, but you know what? It's all right. All right. Anyway, we have in the bottom right side of the map the light blue, tealish kind of color player. He's in the Zerg race right now. He is Nitix. Obviously, always the Zerg player. He's known as the Bulgarian trickster. And his opponent today, right here in the top left side of Acropolis, he's the green Terran player. He is Cuddlebear. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely stellar so far. And you know what? Cuddlebear is looking forward to this one. You can see it's noticeable because he is doing the double barracks proxy here. It did get scouted by Nitix. Nitix did manage to see with his overlord there, seeing that SCV moving across. Now he's sending two drones so far. And I did recently see a tweet from Nitix that he is getting kind of screwed with the by the RNG with these SCVs, suddenly not being able to really attack them with his drones anymore. And you know what? He might be right. He might very well be right. That SCV should have been attacked there. And, well, alright, that's a big walk around again. He might still get them. Actually, one already finished off here. And, come on, Mr. SCV. Yeah, it looks like, you know what? He might actually be getting a little bit messed up by the RNG here. Not getting... Ooh, my dear lord. Are you kidding me? Oh, Cuddlebear, that was so close. The other SCV running away, obviously. Not doing a whole lot there anymore. Alright, one barracks has been done. Is he just going to keep this? No, alright. He's going to salvage whatever he can from that situation. And going to throw down the factory. Should be able to lift up the supply depot here as well in time. There we go. Beautiful stuff happening. Oh my god, are you kidding me? He can't attack that SCV. He is getting a little bit screwed here by the RNG. But this Reaper is incredibly quick. Gonna be able to pick off already one drone kill here. And maybe a couple of Zerglings as well before that Queen actually arrives, of course. Nice little bit of micro here coming out of Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear doing a wonderful job so far with the situation. Even though it was scouted, of course. Making another Reaper here, now flying the barracks backwards. And making another barracks in his main base here. Might be a show that he is going to try to commit to a factory kind of play. I mean a bio play, right? Sorry about that. The bio play. The opposite of the factory play. Anyway. Two Reapers now going to be able to deny quite a bit of creep. Actually getting two fresh creep tombers there. It's not too shabby at all. Only one dead creep tumor right now remaining here. Also still, because there's no speed available yet, it's going to be a little while before they will have it. Those Reapers, still a little bit of free reign over here. But as soon as that speed finishes up, of course, those Reapers will have a lot of trouble. And, alright, actually, we are seeing a fusion core being created here from Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear loves the battlecruiser opening. We've seen it many a times. And, well, we're just going to have to see whether or not Nitix is going to have the appropriate response for this one. The Queen already poking over where those Reapers might potentially go in again. Oh, actually, this was the... all this time, this was the barracks floating backwards, of course. Alright, lovely. So we actually are seeing Battle Mech, of course, with that fusion core opening. I was kind of wondering what that was about. Going bio battle cruise is not something you ever see, truly. But yeah, this makes a lot more sense. We're gonna see the battlecruiser into a biomech style. Even a little bit of a Hellion drop gonna be appearing here. Nitix is gonna have his hands full. He's gonna need quite a couple of queens. What's the queen count right now, you might wonder? It is 4 queens with 2 more on the way. Yeah, that would make a grand total of 6 queens, which should be enough in theory, especially combined with those Zerglings to fully hold off against any aggression coming out of Cuddlebear here. Cuddlebear still keeping up the pressure and already lowering a little bit of the HP on that queen over there. Good job so far. Making Nitix maybe a little bit more stressed out with the situation here. Oh, nicely already using those 2 queens to force that medevac backwards. I mean, the one reason why you do have that medevac, of course, is to kind of sneak by the Zerg defenses here. But you know what? With those queens already available, not really able to do so. Now, joining up with the Reaper, though, as well. 2 Reapers. And be able to pick off the creep tumors. Might be able to kill off a couple of Zerglings. Shouldn't be too much, though. And manages to save most of it. Losing 1 Hellion in total. Not really doing that much damage either, right? He only got 1 creep tumor there. And Cuddlebear kind of falling behind maybe a little bit. Overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's going to come down to this battlecruiser. How much damage is it going to do? 2 kills so far. That's more than enough queens to deal with this. And the Spore Crawler too. Alright, the first battlecruiser going down. That is quite a devastating blow. Something you never really want to have happen. Of course, the battlecruiser is a really strong force to be reckoned with. Right, Cuddlebear shouldn't take too much economic losses here, though, because of this little bit of a counter-attack. It's nice to see Nitix try, though. Of course, if that command center did actually try to lift up here, maybe something would have been done there. And that could have been quite devastating because of those Hellions being on the other side of the map here. So far, Nitix playing a safe and nice game. Having more than enough queens to deal with this. Cuddlebear deciding that he is going to stick to this technology route, right? He is getting the Yamato cannon continuously, making more battlecruisers. He has 1 more battlecruiser actually on the map. Let's see where it is. Right, it's holding off against the roaches here. That's a good call, actually. Gonna need to have that help out. The Hellions obviously not that strong against these roaches. You kind of want to have the Cyclones, but because of the Yamato cannon and continuously making the battlecruisers here, no Cyclones have yet been established. So Nitix actually finding quite a nice bit of damage here. He's going to be able to pick up more workers. That is the question. 2 workers so far. Those mules would have been pretty nice to pick off too. There we go. That is... Actually, did he get one? No, actually, just killing off more SCVs here. And pretty much killing the entirety of the Hellion units count. Only 1 Hellion remaining here. 1 battlecruiser as well. The double armory is also going to be added here into the mix. Nitix deciding, you know what, I did quite a bit of damage. I might be able to snowball this. He's adding on the Nitix network. And that is probably a good call here. Nitix definitely in a good spot to take this one. Moving in with more roaches here into the 3rd base as those battlecruisers are moving across the map. So this is entirely open. Just 3 Hellions. Yeah, those are not going to help out that much. Gonna be able to see a forced lift off here. And did he already get Overlord speed? No, he didn't. So, oh no, he didn't. Alright, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult here for Nitix still to get that Nidus Worm into the base. Actually, though, you know what? If you have roaches in the main base, that could help out if you want to put down a Nidus somewhere. Nitix now also getting those corruptors, doing an absolute marvelous job. 14 more workers going down. Nitix absolutely hammering Cuddlebear here in the first map. I'm sure Cuddlebear will have the solace of knowing that I picked this first map and it's my fault, so you know what, it's not that bad so far. He's going to be able to pick his own map next. And if he loses this series with one map loss, then you know what, he can blame me for that one, for the overall series loss. Now, he's adding in more siege tanks here. He's adding in cyclones finally, as well as he's getting the pew pew upgrade for the cyclones here. And oh wow, he got an officer in location. I don't think Cuddlebear yet realizes what's going on. Okay, now he does. Adding the siege tank into siege mode. The battle cruisers are moving across the map, so they won't be able to help out. Are there queens inside here? No, there's not. So nice cleanup. A little bit further out though. Immediately a second Nitix goes down. Oh my dear lord, this command center is so low. Battle cruiser is trying their best to do some damage, but there's just too much Zerg here. That is dealing with these battle cruisers. Losing another one here. Cuddlebear losing more and more the advantage as the series keeps going on and on. Even though I'm not even sure if he had an advantage at any point in this game. Nitix just kind of steamrolling so far. Having the absolute best counter against those battle cruisers in the shape and form of those corruptors. And there's not really much else yet created for Cuddlebear to help out against those corruptors. No cyclones available yet, as far as I'm aware. Yup, 0 still. Only one battle cruiser. One battle cruiser. He's gonna need, how many? 12 Yamato cannons from that one battle cruiser to deal with these corruptors. It's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna happen. And you know what? I feel like the end might be approaching here for Cuddlebear, as more and more Zerg units keep flowing into the third base. Another Nitix swim. Yep, there it comes down. Might as well. Only one cyclone here now available. Nitix he's just gonna ignore it. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a hoot. He's just flying in here. And he's just oh my god, are you joking? Is this gonna work? Is this actually gonna work? If he kills off all 3 factories, that's GG right there. Alright, it already is anyway. Oh my dear lord. Alright, Nitix taking the first game quite handedly there after the failed aggression of Cuddlebear. First of all, of course, we have to remember those proxy 2 wrecks. One of them didn't get finished, otherwise that might have been quite a bit more damage than there was, right? That one Reaper already doing quite a bit on his own. If there were 2 Reapers there, well, that could have been quite something else. Now, we are gonna switch to EU. And here we go. And we will get our second map hosted here. Actually, I didn't get my Twitch or the the chat up yet. Here we go. That should be the good part, of course. There it is. Okay. Let's take a look. Right. Here we go. Maybe I should just pick Disco Bloodbath as the first map. I know a lot of Terrans like that one. I don't blame him. It has a very short rush distance, of course, and it makes it a lot easier to deal with the Zerg. But then again, of course, at the same time, it makes it a lot easier for Zerg aggression or counterattacks to come across the map and just completely wreck your day. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, as they say. Right. Disco Bloodbath will be the map choice here for Cuddlebear. And We will see if it would have made a difference, of course, at this point in time. Let's get Nitix in here as well. There we go. There we go. Let's have a little bit of a sip of water. Of course, as well, guys, we gotta remember that these events, they would not be possible without our wonderful sponsors. One of them, of course, is 24-Hour Fitness. For over 30 years, 24-Hour Fitness has been dedicated to helping out people like you, like me, anyone who is looking to do more fitness. And, well, they are doing a great job. So, they are helping anyone to achieve that fitness goals, of course. They have over 430 locations nationwide, fully equipped with weights, cardio machines, studio classes, and awesome personal trainers. They have absolutely everything. And, well, go check them out. If you want to support esports, then support those that are supporting esports. That is all I have to say about that. 24-Hour Fitness, go check them out, guys. Let me see if both players are ready. He was ready. Look, have fun, have fun. Nitix showing off all his great emotes here. Both players actually are. So, hey, we have that going for us. Anyway, game number 2 on the way. Let's hop on into it. It's a best of 9 series so far. 1 point behind right here. It's the green Zerg player. He's playing for Alpha X. It is Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear. Not the feel bad bear, but maybe ultimately we'll have to hope that is not one of those days. And we have his opponents. In the bottom right side is the teal Zerg player. He's known as the Bulgarian trickster. He is Nitix. Are those panties he has as an icon here for his for his team? I don't even know. What team is Nitix on right now, actually? Let me look this up. Liquid PD, yeah. As things are not as exciting right now as they were previously. Nitix. I know his nickname. He's teamless. Alright, he is actually teamless. He used to be in the Wolves pack until 3 months ago, but he decided to go elsewhere and didn't find elsewhere yet. So he's teamless right now. So if anyone wants to pick up the great almighty feel-good Zerg from Bulgaria, then you know what? This is your chance. Nitix is available and free on the market. And he's a great player after all. A great guy overall as well. Truly a showman and a very nice person. Alright. Both players opening up with the macro here, it seems. Maybe quite a bit of an early pull overall. Definitely gonna try to put some aggression on here with those links. It looks like only one link running backwards here, trying to chase that SCV down. 3 links coming across the map. Well, with the Marine over here, Cuddlebear should be fine. The Reaper moving across the map as well. It has me a little bit worried. Alright, so the barracks is gonna go for a reactor here. The 1 Marine should not be able to clean up 3 Zerglings. And we'll have to wait and see whether or not this Reaper is going backwards. It looks like he will. He saw that Zergling. And, well, Nitix apparently being aware of what is going on as well. Moving back with his Zerglings now as well. Oh, no, wait, actually, he might just be grouping up. Oh, my God, it's a Baneling Nest. Oh, my God, that is a lot of Zerglings on the way. Look at that. the Overlord of Nitix, realizing that there's no wall off here yet. And did he see? Alright, yeah, he saw there's a reactor in the barracks wall off here. So he's gonna go straight for the throat. The jugular is the target for Nitix here. A lot of Zerglings coming right in. Gonna be forcing the liftoff. Yes, they do. Now just waiting here in a little bit of a corner, hiding, not showing that they are turning in fact into banelings. There is the knowledge for Cuddlebear that he sees there's no third base yet on the way. Doesn't mean necessarily that there is a baneling all incoming. Cuddlebear though, did he see the baneling nest? Okay, yes he did. Alright, that's absolutely massive. The Reaper there giving his life for that information, being able to make a anti-baneling wall behind this. Oh my god, there's a gap. There is a singular gap here in the wall for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear in a lot of trouble now. Needs to find a way to micro against these Zerglings. He's doing alright so far, considering the situation, having his third base already constructed. Only losing 8 workers here. And I guess he also lost the reactor, and he lost quite a couple of supply depots. 2 supply depots actually. So overall, a really stellar hold actually for Cuddlebear. He is behind with 6 workers right now. Was 8 workers not that long ago, but still, I mean, for such a big attack coming out of Nitix here, you would expect that to kind of kill all of your opponents or do more damage than this, especially if your opponent went for the triple command center build. Definitely wanted to have more damage done here. Oh my god, nice job Cuddlebear, even being able to block off here. Gonna has to chase this drone here, not gonna be able to. Alright, so is free to cancel this engineering bay here, no problem at all. Kind of forcing Nitix into a triangular location base-wise though, so it's going to be a little bit easier for potential medevacs to keep dropping back and forth between these 2 locations of course. But we'll have to see if that actually is going to be any sort of thing that will occur in this situation. Now, Cuddlebear is fully saturated on his main base. He's going to fly over with his expansion into that natural. And the Hellions are moving out to try and kind of secure this by putting some pressure onto Nitix on the other side of the map. Alright, now it lands firmly into the ground. Cuddlebear needs to keep this one up. There is Zerglings on the way though. Those are a lot of Zerglings. They're going to be able to kill off quite a few of the SCVs here, potentially. Well, pretty much surely, isn't it? The Hellions all the way on the other side. Now seeing that there is the third base on the way. The Zerglings still here right now doing quite a bit of damage, honestly. And this is why you never send out all your Hellions at the same time. You always leave a couple of Hellions at home. And unfortunately for Cuddlebear, that is not what happens here. He was desperate to get some damage done on the other side of the map and made his Hellions come backwards here. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't really for a good reason anymore. That the SCV micro was really nice from Cuddlebear, being able to drill his way into victory there. Of course, if you do it correctly and stack up all your SCVs over there on that mineral patch, you will be able to let them all attack at the same time and instantly kill off pretty much anything that's close by, as long as you have enough SCVs stacked up upon one another. Now Nitix, look at that, there's the Nidus network coming down, looking for the jugular once more. Maybe the first attack didn't do that much damage considering that was the third base, but again, coming in with those Zerglings, that did quite a bit of damage. This time Cuddlebear did leave a couple of Hellions at home, so the next follow-up for these Zerglings isn't going to do as much. This is a very interesting Nidus Worm. Defensive Nidus Worm so far. Cuddlebear being able to defend against this, and you know what, I don't mind this. This is actually going to allow those queens to be going into the Nidus Worm a lot quicker, even when they are still fighting against those Hellions. Now, in come the battlecruiser and the halberds right on top of the Nidus Worm. The queens coming out, not being in time here. There's a lot of Zerglings as well, though, coming into the natural base. And this could still work out into the favor for Mr. Nitix here. Nitix still having more Nidus worms popping up as we speak. More circling streaming in, but it looks like Cuddlebear being able to repair everything he needs to. And again, holding on to his horses, keeping his cards alive here. I think that battlecruiser is a massive deal, of course. Only 3 queens now available. There is a spore crawler, but the spore crawler isn't enough to stop this battlecruiser from denying mining here for quite a little bit. And the battlecruiser trying his best to get to those drones. It's kind of denying the mining, but not doing that much else. This attack from Nitix still coming in strong, and this could be very well the end. It's going to be very tough for Cuddlebear to hold off this aggression. Now with the roaches joining in as well. Needs to have that battlecruiser at home if he wants to defend this, and he just doesn't have it. Might very well be the end here for Cuddlebear, very unfortunately, but it looks like Nitix will be able to take the 2-0 lead in this series. As Nitix is streaming into the main base of Cuddlebear, killing off all the SCVs. Cuddlebear needs to come to grips here. And luckily for him, of course, we will be going back into that US server region, so it's gonna have a little bit of the advantage again in that sense. It's a slight advantage. It's a really small one overall, but you know what? It might still give him a bit of an edge. Hopping over to the US. Here we come. Right, that makes me feel a little bit better about myself, of course. Having picked Acropolis for Cuddlebear to play on. And then Disco Bloodbath. Even if I did pick the Terran, the most Terran favored map, he still potentially would have lost there. It's nice to see. Makes me feel less bad about myself. But then again, of course, being an Alpha X member myself, I kind of want Cuddlebear to perform as well, right? I don't care as much as to who wins in this situation, but I definitely don't want Cuddlebear going out without getting some score on the board. Ephemeron will be the next map here. Effie will be the next map. Chosen by Cuddlebear. Oh, there we go. Thought I invited Nitix to my party there for a little bit. That would have been a mistake. No match history. Looks good. Alright, let's see if both players are ready again. Good luck, good luck. Have fun, have fun. Cuddlebear definitely needs to start getting himself onto the board, or else it will be an incredibly difficult moment for him to make this comeback happen. Nitix, of course, an incredible Zerg opponent. Has been climbing up in the ranks recently, but Cuddlebear as well, of course, being one of the better Terran players from Team Alpha X overall. If not, well, probably not the best, right? There's a couple of other ones that we are very proud of, but definitely in that top 3 of Terran players right there. And, well, as we said before, it's the green Terran player in the bottom right side of Ephemeron. He is playing for Alpha X. Heading from the United States, he is Cuddlebear. His opponent in the top left side of the map, he is the blue, light blue, maybe teal. Some people might call this teal, who knows. It's the Zerg player. It's the Bulgarian trickster. He's teamless right now, but he is known as Nitix. Quick seconds base coming out of him. The most standard of openings from both these players so far. And I didn't know really to expect anything else. well, I suppose from Nitix, you never know what you're going to get, right? It might be a 12 pool at any point in the game, which is kind of one of those things what makes him a very difficult opponent to play against. He truly gets in your head in a way, right? Those circling all-ins, they stick with you throughout the series, and you keep thinking about it, and you're just going to come back to it every game when you start. You're like, oh my god, this is something he can do. This is something he's already shown that he's willing to do against me, and who knows, he might just start doing it straight afterwards again, right away. It would be dirty, yes it would be, but you know what, if it works, then you just gotta do it anyway. Also guys, just as a quick reminder, we do have the Matcherino page available. There's the code available as well. It is just above the chat window on the right side of the video. If you do want to be so kind to help out these players, get a little bit of extra pocket change, you know, get that little bit of extra dough for playing these games, we would very much appreciate it, and so would these players, of course, probably these players most of all, but you know what, we as Alpha X would appreciate it as well, because it does help out our image concerning with Matcherino, right? Matcherino is a great partner, and the better we do with those codes, then the more likely it is that we will be able to get more money for good events. Oh my god, Cuddlebear, how did you find that drone? There was some sixth sense over there. Telepathic Reaper looking into his glass ball, realizing that there's some sort of drone hidden in that little corner there of the map. Somehow, some way. Sniffing that one out. Might be because he saw the low circling count and then he realized there must be a third quick base on the way. Why is there no drone here yet? And then immediately looking around. Very smart there from Cuddlebear. I mean, the hidden drones, it is something that you see a little bit more often recently, right? More Zergs players have been picking up on it. Been doing that more and more so. But then again, it doesn't mean that they do it every time. But it's nice to see that Cuddlebear is already at a point where he's just reacting to it and checking for it. Nice micro there as well. Actually getting 5 kills so far with that Reaper. Should be able to clean it. Oh, no cancel though. It's a bit unfortunate. Not game ending, of course, but kind of mitigating the damage that he already dealt there. Score. Oh, right. Yeah, thank you very much. 2-0 right now for Mr. Nitix. And, well, third base on the way as well. A lot of Hellions already being created here for Cuddlebear. One of the more standard things as well for a Terran player to do in this matchup right now. Getting a Liberator with it as well. Did we see any armories coming down? No, actually we are seeing the stim pack. So just a little bit of multi-pronged aggression here, nothing more. Kind of curious to see as to how this works. Normally with this multi-type aggression, you know, multi-pronged aggression type stuff, you will want to have something that packs a little bit more of a punch than a singular Liberator. Right, I guess it still can do quite a bit, but it's also something that can be dealt with by a singular queen. And yeah, Zergs are very... It's not uncommon for them to just keep a queen at each base, even when there's Hellions running around, of course. Nitix actually gonna go for a Roachall in here, as I've only just now noticed, just the same as Cuddlebear right here, just realizing it, throwing down bunkers immediately. As he is running those Hellions around the other side. I'm not sure if he's gonna have enough units to truly help against this. Cancelling a Marine. Gonna open up with a Marauder here now. 2 Liberators more so on the way. Where did the other Liberator go to? Oh my god, it already got dealt with. And it didn't really get any kills. 5 work kills in total here for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear needs to make all those stuff work. He did get another quick third command center, but so far it's not working out yet for Mr. Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear trying to keep his bunker up alive. Repair is good. It's so far doing absolute miracle work, and a nice ball of hit by Cuddlebear as well, being able to keep those Zerglings out, but I'm not sure for how long though. The Zerglings being very strong, The tank is a little bit too far away to help out against these roaches that are in the top. The Cuddlebear repair has gone down here. And it looks like that might be, once again, the end for Mr. Cuddlebear. Nitix going up again, most likely here, with another victory against his opponent. Very unfortunate for Cuddlebear, of course, but you know what? Actually, he's not out of this. Oh, well, I mean, more circlings on the way. This is very, very rough. Cuddlebear is gonna have to retreat with this other command center as well. Another siege tank is over here on the high ground, but it's in a little bit of a vulnerable position for those corrosive biles that go down. You only need 3 of them, and it kills off the siege tank there. The siege tank should have been a little bit further backwards, potentially. But even then, like, oh my god, it would have been so incredibly difficult to win from this situation from Cuddlebear, even if he did keep that siege tank alive. Just not realizing that this was coming his way in time. Not being able to set up the defenses that he needed to. And not getting those marauders out in time, nor the siege tank. Now, of course, he's not giving up yet. He's still hanging on. He is putting his siege tank very far forwards. Most likely because he does want to try and get his... Oh my god, the corrosive biles though. Oh, they are good. And, I mean, Nitix, he's just happily droning up here. He's mining off of 3 bases versus the singular base now for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear in a world of trouble. He needs to do some damage of his own. His one solace is that Nitix kind of droned up for quite a bit here. But if he doesn't do any damage of his own, I'm not sure if he can still win this game right here for this match. He is 30 army supply versus 44 right now, which is not a good sign. And also the worst thing is that he's 33 workers versus 56 from Nitix. If we look at the income graph over here, there we see almost more than 1,000 income being gathered here in advantage for Nitix. Nitix doing an absolute banger job maintaining that advantage that he just created here. And now Cuddlebear trying his best to start doing some sort of aggression, but immediately being pushed backwards. There's even a... oh my god, there's a 4th base on the way here for Nitix. I'm not even sure if Cuddlebear is unaware, but... I mean... he's still gonna check for it. He realizes... alright, now he realizes this is here. The banelings are getting very close. Needs to target those down. Alright, getting 2 banelings. That's a good start, I suppose. Gonna maybe open up a little bit here in shape of aggression that he could potentially do. Does have to be wary though still of those biles. He's at this 3rd base for quite a while, but he's been unable to really mine from it and utilize that 3rd base, right? I mean, he's been muling from it, and as we can see, that's kind of mitigating the income difference here. But overall, Cuddlebear is gonna mine out of these 2 bases here very quickly. And he did kind of catch up on worker count. Army supply though still very much in favor of Nitix, almost doubling it that of the Cuddlebear here. And now, as this command center is trying his best to move towards the 3rd base location, Nitix with a beautiful counter aggression here. A couple of Zerglings being able to deny this. Cuddlebear moving forward, trying to make something happen, but there's just too much Zerg here to truly do anything. Nitix should not allow anything to happen here, and there it is. A big pickup again, and another... oh, actually, 1 bile short there to kill off the siege tank. That's a good little bit of a saving grace there for Cuddlebear, but it's still incredibly dangerous here. I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to keep this up. Zerglings coming from behind. That must be the answer. Biles hitting the own Zerglings. It doesn't even matter. +1/+1 almost being finished here. But +2/+2 is about to finish at the same time for Nitix. Nitix having absolutely every single advantage that he wants right now. I mean, it's admirable, of course, for Cuddlebear to try and hang into this. He doesn't want to give the 3-0 lead onto Nitix. And I don't blame him. That would be absolutely devastating. Alright, poking in on the right side. Maybe gonna open up a little bit of an opportunity on the left side here for this other drop. But at the same time, because all his units are across the map, it's opened up his own third base here as well. And Cuddlebear losing a few units here. Actually losing all his units on the right side and a couple of them on the left. Losing more SCVs than drones that he actually got to kill here. Cuddlebear, what is the way for him to come back here? It is going to be extremely difficult as the hive tech has been finished up. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. And yeah, this is, as Tasteless always says, of course, one of those pick your own adventure type games right now for Nitix. It truly feels like that at the moment. It's going to be an absolute incredible, stellar job from Cuddlebear if he does manage to push this backwards. Of course, it does create a little bit of a hype, right? If he just that potential of him trying to make a comeback here. He's not given up yet, so there is still a little bit of hope left in Cuddlebear's heart. And you gotta commend a player for sticking through those tough moments when everything is going wrong and you're behind on most of the ways possible within the game of StarCraft 2. And these Ling run-bys have been absolutely relentless every time, just forcing this base to lift up once again. Force from Cuddlebear, it's just not that much. Compare that to all those banelings right here. Look, let's take a look at the unit count. 26 Marines versus 19 banelings. I mean, he does get the base. That's a good start, but he lost his own third base as well, of course. We're now going to lose here. Okay, good pickup. Oh, the Medivacs. A great corrosive, what's it called? Parasitic bomb there from Nitix, but I mean, it doesn't look like it matters too much. 18 works only left here for Cuddlebear. He has the GG out. Incredible. Well done job there by Nitix. Another quick aggression. Catching Cuddlebear off guard here, who is trying to go for that very quick 3 command center play. And you know what? Maybe that is just the problem. Maybe I'm not a really good Terran, right? I do play Terran. But I'm not going to say I'm the greatest, but it definitely feels to me like Cuddlebear needs to slow down his third base, right? Every time, at least for 2 games now, 2 games in a row, he's been punished for getting that very quick third base, and he's just not been able to catch up anymore afterwards. Which is, you know, it's very saddening, honestly. Now, I know everyone is enjoying their time here, but we do have to make a short announcement about one of our sponsors. The lovely people at GameStop are helping us out creating events like these, and GameStop is one of the top destinations for all your esports needs as well. So go check them out at gamestop.com/highperformance. That's gamestop.com/highperformance. Here you will find headsets, controllers, mice, keyboards, and pretty much anything you need to enhance your competitive advantage in the esports scene. All right. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. WCS hard. Here we go. Next map being chosen by Cuddlebear will be World of Sleepers. Let me try to find Nitix here. There he is. This is a rough one so far. Nitix only 2 games away right now from winning this best of 9 series. I mean, it's a best of 9 series, but it's already a 3-0 lead. And I truly hope Cuddlebear does find it within him to find some other way to make this turn into his favor. Because, you know what, nobody likes a one-sided series. Nobody truly, right? And maybe except for the person who's winning the one-sided series, right? But even then, you kind of have to be a certain type of person to truly like that. Anyway, we are hopping into game number 4 between these two players. And let us do the introductions right here as we load into the map. There it is, guys. In the top right side of the map, the player who truly needs to figure something out here. He needs to change up his plan, throw a wrench into the game plan of his opponent. He's the Green Terran player in the top right, fighting for Alpha X and the US of A. It is Mr. Cuddlebear. His opponent on the left side of the map, racking faces so far, being the menace in this show match series. Up until now, it's the Teal Zerg player. He's from Bulgaria. He is Nitix, the teamless player right now. So, you know what? If you're feeling like you need to pick up another Bulgarian Zerg for your team, this could be a nice moment. He deserves it. Maybe he doesn't want to be even in a team. Maybe I'm just saying all these things without any reason. But you know what? I feel like he should be in a team, so just invite him anyway, right? And then we can see whether or not he is gonna go for it. Anyway, this is kind of interesting, actually. He's going for a spawning pool first with the gas, and then immediately going for a secondary hatchery near the rich Vespian geyser. This could very well again be a, well, yeah, of course it's going to be an aggressive play, but I'm kind of curious as to see how he's going to follow this up with. I'm feeling Ravages, just because you will be able to get quite a bit of gas using that the rich Vespian geyser there. And going for that one first kind of hints away that that is the plan here. And there's the Roach Warren. Speedlings upgrade as well on the way. Metabolic boost. The Reapers and the Zerglings are gonna meet in the middle of the map here. Cuddlebear realizing what's going on. Gonna be able to micro against these Zerglings rather nicely. He should be able to pick them all up before the speed finishes. Let's see how good his micro is and how on top of it he stays. Looks like it's gonna be pretty good. So this is a very solid start for Cuddlebear, leaving only 2 of them alive, and that is gonna be more than enough for his Marine to handle. He's gonna be able to keep them down in the ground here. Cuddlebear might panic a little bit after seeing the... Oh my... No! Oh my dear lord. Alright, alright. That just happened. Ooh, saving that SCV there. That one got quite low. Cuddlebear realizing that something is coming his way. He's trying to make an anti-bailing wall, but the anti-bailing wall is not going to be that great against the Ravagers coming in here. And of course he isn't aware of this other base either on the low ground there, so he might think he might be playing against a one base all in, as Nitix is still mining gas from that rich Vespian geyser. You know what, it still is kind of a one base all in, right? The only difference is that he has a rich Vespian geyser for his use. And you know what, he has a little bit more larvae as well, right? That's a big deal as well, I suppose. Anyway, Cuddlebear trying to get a siege tank out here, trying to get all his bunkers up and rolling. He didn't make a 3rd command center yet, so that is it's kind of a big deal, right? He shouldn't get too much punished for that one right now. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, the Ravager's still doing quite a bit of damage here onto those supply depots, using the Overlord for vision, and yeah, there we go. Cuddlebear now actually being supply blocked. The siege tank having a nice bit of distance, but just barely out of range to protect that bunker there. Very unfortunate. Alright, now the siege tank is going to be able to help. And, alright, Nitix is going to have to force his way up the ramp if he does want to try and target down this siege tank. Salvage coming down. Oh, just barely picking that one off there. Nitix on an absolute tear once again. Oh my dear lord, he cannot afford to lose this supply depot, the enriched supply depot. If that one goes down, that is going to be another supply block here for Cuddlebear. I mean, That is just not what you want to have happen in situations like these. Alright, the Biles coming down right on top of the bunker, killing off quite a couple of Marines as well, actually. Making things ever so difficult. Nitix still, he is committing to this very, very heavily. A Banshee has gotten out on the field though. This is going to put a timer on top of Nitix's aggression. He realizes that this is the case and he's moving forward now. Gonna try to commit. This is the best case scenario for Mr. Cuddlebear. He needs to clean up these last remaining roaches. Oh, doesn't want to move into those biles. Alright, good micro so far. Needs to watch out for those Zerglings though as well. Moving across the map still. Can he hold on for now? Wants to keep the repair going on top of his more valuable units. The Zerglings are in though. Needs to watch out for the siege tank. Come on, keep the siege tank alive. Cuddlebear, alright, he's doing pretty good. He's making it work this time. Not giving up. Oh, even blocking in those 4 Zerglings here. Beautiful control from Mr. Cuddlebear, forcing those other Zerglings out as well. And this might get Nitix to start running up again a little bit here. He is starting his Spore Crawlers, but those Banshees were exactly what Cuddlebear needed. And they worked an absolute miracle here for Mr. Cuddlebear. Who is now looking in a pretty good position. He's 35 workers versus 26. As soon as that second command center lands, he's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage here. Cuddlebear now also realizing what is going on with his secondary base over here in the enriched Vespian Geyser. Killing off the Geyser here would be pretty big as well, actually. But so far, just looking to try and kill off the Queen. Committing to the Queen, losing a Banshee for it. I'm kind of wondering if that was worth it. I suppose the Queen now can't kill off this Banshee, so maybe it is worth it, actually, because this Banshee has free reign now for a little bit here. Killing off 2 more drones, but the secondary Queen does come in and forces the Banshee away again, so it's hard to say. It's very hard to say whether or not that was worth it. Anyway, still having the Banshee to scout around with, seeing that there's no third base here for Nitix, and that must give him a lot of confidence. Now, the one time that Cuddlebear is quite a bit ahead, actually, he does have quite a couple of SCVs not doing anything here in his main base, but he is adding more barracks as he is adding 2 more engineering base here as well. So a little bit of a mixed message. Wait, he's cancelled it. Alright, so maybe he just did this to kind of trick Nitix, as Nitix was flying by with that Overlord, of course. Seeing the double engineering bay kind of indicates that Cuddlebear wants to go into the late game. Instead, though, Cuddlebear getting his Stimpak, getting only the +1 and getting more barracks here. Going up to 3 barracks. I guess that is kind of a regular amount, though. Still full 2 base. So not completely sure as what Cuddlebear's plan is to follow this up with. We do realize that Nitix is going to go for... Oh my god! Right, very unfortunate there for Cuddlebear, but not the end of the world. He doesn't really need the Banshees anymore either, anyway, right? And they are on a short timer now that those Mutalisks are coming out, right? They won't even be able to really touch anything anymore as soon as those Mutalisks do roll into the field. So might as well try to get as much damage from them as possible before those get on into the field. Cuddlebear still with a nice bit of economic advantage here. Having 2 bases fully saturated. And a 3rd base on the way. Nitix also droning up. I'm gonna try to use some Mutalisk aggression to keep Cuddlebear on his side of the map. Cuddlebear already cleaning up these minerals here, maybe a little bit too quickly. Oh boy, there's no missile turrets yet in the main base, and Cuddlebear actually was moving across the map here right at the wrong time. Alright, I mean, The Mutalisk might be able to do quite a bit of damage, but I feel like Cuddlebear might still be okay overall. Oh my god, the Mutalisk cleaning up all the Marines, but this is where the real challenge lies for Nitix. Can he hold on against this massive push of siege tanks and Marines coming out? There's not that much in the field. Not even a Baneling nest is ready yet. Just a couple of Zerglings are on the way, but the siege tanks are in an absolute stellar position here. Right, they don't manage to kill off the drones, but they manage to kill off both the hatcheries. The Mutalisk still tearing Cuddlebear a new one in his main base, though, being an absolute pain overall and cleaning up any of the production. But of course, Cuddlebear being able to clean up a lot more so, and this other mineral line seems to be okay with the missile turret there to protect themselves from the Mutalisk. Now it looks like Cuddlebear will finally find himself the victory in this show match series. And he's gonna get his first win onto the board. Or at least if nothing goes incredibly, devastatingly wrong for Cuddlebear here. Nitix not giving up yet. Deciding to try his best with the drones. He knows that he did quite a bit of damage. It won't be enough though. Nitix coming to grips now, moving his Mutalisk in. I mean, if he kills off the Marines, he will be able to kill off the siege tanks as well, but I mean, he doesn't have the money for another hatchery. GG is called. And Cuddlebear finally finding himself a victory here in the best of 9 series, not allowing Nitix to get to a 4-0 position. Of course, a 3-0 position is the next best thing, so I mean, if this was the best of 5, Nitix would have already won in that situation. So Cuddlebear can count his lucky stars that this is in fact the best of 9. We'll have to wait on the United States region right now as well. So Cuddlebear's home territory. Let's see what Nitix will pick as a map. As we wait. Alright. That is a interesting map choice. I mean, I'm not sure if it's entirely favored for anyone here. But, you know what? It's a nice map. It looks nice. It has a nice shine to it. It has a nice little bit of, you know, comfortable feeling. It's going to be Triton. Let me get both players into the game lobby again as well. Did I actually do it with Game Hearts? Yes, I did. Alright. I'm not the incredible fool that I thought I was. Alright, there we go. Invite to lobbies have been taking a little bit longer than they used to, haven't they? For some reason. Nitix is ready. Cuddle. Okay. So the funny thing is, right? As soon as Nitix went for the one further step of aggression, right? He was a little bit more aggressive, and even further into the cheese. So it would even arrive earlier than his other cheeses did so far in this series. He didn't win anymore. Why didn't he win anymore? Because Cuddlebear didn't make the investment yet into that third base. And yeah, that's what I feel right now. So maybe Cuddlebear can take away from that situation as long as he just maintains safety in his base. Maybe a 2-base attack wouldn't be the wrong idea here, right? You see a lot of Terrans do this just so that you are, incredibly safe for any 3-base aggression. Okay. Here we go. Good luck, have fun. But, yeah, maybe insane greed is just not the way to go here for Mr. Cuddlebear. We're gonna have a couple more games to truly figure this out. So, yeah, Lucky us. Lucky us. Hope you're all having a good time as well. As we are hopping into the next game. Of course, guys, remember that events like these, they wouldn't be possible without sponsors such as 24-Hour Fitness. If you frequently find yourself not going to the gym because motivation doesn't really hit you until the latest hours of the night, then, well, switch over to 24-Hour Fitness because they will be open 24 hours a day and you'll have access to 436 locations. So no matter where you are, it should be absolutely wonderful. What did it say? Oops. Okay. Cuddlebear, oops. So yeah, if you want to achieve your fitness goals, guys, and attain that dream body, go to 24-Hour Fitness, because 24-Hour Fitness is giving us a wonderful time with StarCraft 2. Anyway, we have in the bottom right side of the map the American Terran player in the green color. He is known by a lot of the Alpha X members, and he is known as Cuddlebear. His opponent up 3-1 so far in this series, doing again a pool first, but this time without the gas. So it's going to be interesting as to what his immediate plan will be. Alright, now actually he is going to go for the gas later on. Is he? Alright, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, he's the Bulgarian trickster. He's teamless right now. He is Nitix. Okay. SCV gonna go out and scout, see that these Zerglings are on the way. That will indicate give a signal for the Reaper to kind of stay at home. Oh my god, that is... Alright, I mean... The Reaper will actually still move across, although this hatchery timing, yeah, that should give the sign for Cuddlebear that there is some aggression moving his way. Actually did it though, he's still moving the Reaper across the map. I'm not sure if it actually did. I think there's some marvelous mind games going down right here, right now from Nitix, as these links are moving in. They're going to be able to clean up the SCV, making the command center here and get a nice delay going so far. I mean, there's only 4 links, so the Reaper and the Marine should be able to deal with it, but you know what, Cuddlebear not taking any chances and using a couple of drones there as well to help out with the situation. Now, we're not really seeing an overreaction. We did see quite a couple of SCVs pulled, right? But it's not it's not that bad. It's pretty good actually. Not that much mining was lost. Nitix behind this though, still maintaining a nice little bit of a drone lead, because it didn't get as much gas as quickly as you would normally potentially if you do go for that quick speed, of course. So he's still getting a nice economy. He's just delaying his speed, so this Reaper here might have a little bit of a free reign for a short amount of time. We're going to be able to scout around as to what is happening, but not really being necessarily going to be able to do that much. Starport's on the way already, right on top of that tech lab, so very likely that we will be seeing those Banshees once again coming out of Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear finding a lot of success so far with the Banshees, of course. The only map he won was due to those Banshees coming out just in time and forcing Nitix his aggression to start moving into the base. And yeah, I gotta say, it's a wonderful decision here from Cuddlebear to go for them once again. And safeguard himself a little bit more so against those roach bushes. Wonderful adaptation coming out of Cuddlebear here. That is what we needed to see. Also, he's delaying his third bases here as well, and bulking up a little bit more supply in army supply before he's actually gonna go for that third base. Nitix did get a very quick overlord speed, so he is gonna be able to scout out the Banshee and the cloak on the way as well, of course. Doing a nice job so far. And that should allow him to just get all the tools that he needs to defend against this. Oh my god, even getting out with 25 HP with that Overlord there. Not too shabby, Mr. Nitix. Now, Hellions and Reaper trying their best to do some prodding over here on the right side, keeping the Queen attention on the right side of the map as that Banshee is gonna maneuver his way past these Overlords into the main base. The Spore Crawler though, look at that timing. Oh my god, that was absolutely perfect. It's a wonderful placement as well. Only the gas is gonna be denied there for the shortest amount of time, truly. Not that much being achieved there. And, well, Stimpack is on the way as well. Pretty much done right here. So we will be seeing the bioplay coming out of Cuddlebear. Switching over his medevac factory onto the reactor there. As Nitix is looking potentially to start ramping up a little bit here. He did get the double Evo chamber, but he isn't going for the +1 melee attack. He is getting Baneling speed quite quickly. So he's doing alright, but also gonna go for that 4th base. So I'm not sure if this is just... I'm not sure if he's making all these links just to deal with the Hellions, or if he's actually gonna go for a Baneling attack over here. Either could work, I suppose. Right, looks like they are gonna be defensive because these Hellions are just absolutely tearing him a new one. And actually, these Banshees doing a very good job as well. Maybe overcommitting a little bit there with those Zerglings. Let's take a look at the unit lost count. Oh my dear lord, that is almost 3 times as much for Nitix this time as it is for Mr. Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear having absolute stellar Hellion micro here, keeping those links nice and warm on the icy map. And you know what, maybe a little bit too warm, for they did burn to death. Anyway, those Banshees doing an absolute stellar job as well. Finally being able to clean up those Hellions, as Nitix is just slowly but surely getting himself into a later stage of the game. He already has Baneling speed. He's getting his Hydralisks up right now as well, who are going to help against those Banshees and any sort of aggression coming out of Medevacs as well, of course. 2 staple units for the Terran right here, right now. Widowmines unburrowing a little bit preemptively, perhaps. I feel like at least one of those shots could have been alright as long as he moved his Marines backwards at the right time. And, I mean, the Banshees also, again, once more doing quite a nice little bit of damage. A base did get denied, so Cuddlebear now up in economy a little bit here. 3 base versus 3 base with, you know what, not that much of a worker difference. I mean, maybe it seems quite big. Oh wait, no, that's Cuddlebear actually quite ahead there. My bad. I thought Nitix would be ahead for sure, but I guess he has been making a lot of links here. And you know what, they're not trading out that efficiently against these Widowmines at all. No, I mean, Cuddlebear coming in on the right side as well again. Cuddlebear truly having found his groove here. Gonna use that multi-pronged aggression. Oh my god, if that Widowmine... Okay. Would have been an amazing retarget there if he did attack the other side. Losing a couple of Marines though. Still. Could move in on the left side as well if he wanted to try and get a couple of creep tumors here with that group of Marines down the left side, but there we go. Alright, now he's doing it. He was waiting for the creep to start spreading so he didn't have to use his scan. And then he scans anyway. You know what? Just to rub it in. Very well played there. Cuddlebear finally, truly giving us the show match we all deserve. And truly bringing the game up to Nitix's front door here. Being able to do quite a bit of damage. Let's take a look once more at the units lost tab. Pretty much twice still as much minerals lost here from Nitix as opposed to Cuddlebear's army. being ever so efficient. Now run-bys once more. Gonna try to get in here, but a quick draw from Cuddlebear, being able to lift up those supply depots in time. It is going to give the go-ahead sign, though, to these Marines, realizing that this hatchery is a little bit late with having been rebuilt. It's got to give Cuddlebear the warning that most likely there is another base somewhere else. Is he going to try to commit this much? Yes, he is. Alright, so just bringing it to as low HP as possible, as he is going to try to do more harassment on the other side as well. Killing of the Queen, I mean, that's not too shabby. It's alright. Especially if this is keeping away Zerglings from the actual big fight coming in here. That's a lot of Overlords, actually. A supply block now being triggered here for Nitix. Nitix does have Vipers. He does have a lot of Queens. Good amount of transfusions. He should be able to hold this, I suppose. Then again, I feel like Cuddlebear might be able to out-micro here as well, as long as he doesn't let those Widow Mines connect on top of those singular units. Alright, there we go. Nitix moving in. A great blinding cloud there coming out right on top of those siege tanks. And nice dodging from Nitix as well. Sending in a couple of Zerglings, forcing those Widow Mines to go off on top of less efficient clumps of units. Also friendly units, so you know what? Never the thing you want to have happen as a Terran player. No sir, indeed. Now, I mean, things kind of stabilizing. This planetary fortress would be absolutely massive if it does finish us off here. Cuddlebear will be able to mine quite safely, especially with Nitix only being able to do pretty much circling aggression here up until the point where those Ultralisks do make their appearance. Gonna try their best. Oh boy, dude, did these Zerglings come in time? I mean, no, there's just too much Terran still available there. Did he already get Drilling Claws? Yeah, Drilling Claws is available here. +3/+3 coming out for Cuddlebear as well, which is absolutely lovely. Might be able to do nice bit of a timing there before the chitinous plating for the Ultralisk is ready. Needs to drop these Widow Mines though. Oh my dear lord, the Widow Mines. Okay, good burrows. Reasonable trades. Oh, and 3. Yeah, I suppose that's alright. It's not great, right? It's not that great, but it's not bad either in any sense of the way. Now, a nice little bit of a field here, and Cuddlebear also moving in on the right side, of course, forcing another cancel here. Oh, my dear lord. Alright, even seeing the Ultralisk. An Ultralisk at 13 minutes. That's still very respectable, actually, here from Nitix. Being able to force these Ultralisk out for quite quickly. Moving in with his units, forcing those the Widowmine connections again. Great blinding clouds coming in as well. Feel like Nitix again has enough to clean this up, but oh my god, more Marines and Marauders coming forwards though. And now the Zerg army actually being clumped up, held up by these Queens. This might be the best engagement that Cuddlebear could have asked for in this situation. All the Queens blocking the entire retreat for the Zerg army, except for the Vipers, of course, since they do fly. And that was a very, very cost-efficient trade coming out for Cuddlebear. Now fighting on the creep, though. The Ultralisk doing an absolute stellar job in combination with those blinding clouds. Of course, the Marines being a little bit overstimmed here doesn't hurt at all either. Oh my god, that siege tank shot. That was absolutely amazing. Alright, I think, you know what, guys, we might be going into game number 6 very shortly here, as Cuddlebear is, you know what, just killing base after base. Now 4 base Terran versus a 3 base Zerg. Nothing much that Nitix can do anymore. Even an SCV, look at that. Throwing salt into the wounds. That is what that is. It's the BM Mana SCV. The BMV. That's what they call it. Alright, Liberator's setting up for the main base here. I mean, Cuddlebear can do pretty much whatever he wants to. He just has to keep trading as much as he can against these Ultralisks. Keep killing a couple of them. Keep taking down the Banelings. And he should be able to take the victory in this map here. Already, oh my god, beautiful snipes from the low ground. Being able to pick off the Ultralisk here as well. Now multi-pronged aggression once again being the ticket to the victory here for Cuddlebear. As this group of infantry is going to get joined by another group of infantry on the right side here. Trying to find a base that's not there. GG is called. Cuddlebear getting it back up again into a 3-2 situation. It's fighting brilliantly back to the Zerg onslaught. That, you know what? For a moment there I thought was just going to completely roll over Mr. Cuddlebear there. Alright, we're heading back onto the European servers. And I hope you are all still having a absolute wonderful time with the TVC series. I mean, it's a pretty good one so far. Pretty back and forth. Alright. Nitix this time deciding to actually go for Thunderbird. It's the map that he thought about picking. But then he changed his mind and he decided to go for the Triton instead. Let's invite him into the game. Let's find Mr. Cuddlebear as well. Where did you go? Cuddlebear, my Cuddlebear. Where art thou, Cuddlebear? I don't think he's here yet, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit until we switch the servers. Sometimes it happens, you know, you just kind of forget. Does happen. Overall. Little bit of a drink water break. As we give Cuddlebear a moment to find his bearings and find the European server. I think this is the European server, right? Or did we switch to America? No. Alright, this is the European server. We'll have to wait and see. Right. I mean, Nitix finding a lot of success at the earlier parts of the series, but more so because Cuddlebear was being extremely greedy. And after Cuddlebear kind of cut down on the greed, I'm not sure, it just doesn't feel like Nitix that much in control anymore. Maybe Cuddlebear just underestimating his opponent, thinking that he could get away with a very greedy 3-base opening a couple of times. And now finally deciding not to do it anymore, playing the safe game. Maybe it's going to take him a little bit longer to get that economic advantage this way, but at least he will get the economic advantage ultimately, right? And then the W as well. Oh, there is Mr. Cuddlebear. I may have been looking at the wrong place. Alright. Good luck, good luck. Have fun to both players. Here we go into game number 6. Cuddlebear. No, wait. Game number 7? No. Game number 6. Game number 6. Was it? Yeah. Game number 6. Oh, boy. Alright, yeah, it's 3-2 right now. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. I'm gonna have to check. Gonna have to think this through. We started off with a 3-0 lead for Nitix. And we had the comeback from Cuddlebear on the other map. Then Nitix decided to go on Triton. And then he lost again. And now he's chosen Thunderbird. So yeah, it should be game number 6. Alright. Cuddlebear fighting his way back in here. Let's do the player introductions first of all. Let's say these players' names in a little bit more of an epic way. And mention their overall things as well. Team-wise and nationality-wise. As they do in any good StarCraft cast. Right. In the bottom right side of the map, we have a green Terran player. He is hailing from the United States. He's fighting for Alpha X. He's Cuddlebear. His opponent, hailing from Bulgaria. He's known as the Bulgarian Trickster. He's playing in the teal Zerg colors in the top left side of the map. He is Nitix. Potentially on HTT team. If that is a real esports team, I'm not quite sure 100%. Maybe it's just a friend team. Who knows? But on Liquipedia, he is teamless at the moment. So, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I should ask him just in the next one. Okay. Things starting out rather standard, except for, of course, Cuddlebear taking a mineral patch here in the middle of the map. Might indicate that Cuddlebear is looking to do a little bit of aggression here on the earlier parts of the map here. Maybe it's just so his Reaper gets there a little bit quicker. Therefore, the Queen makes her appearance in both these bases, of course. SCV now moving backwards. The Reaper coming into the main base. Seeing that, you know what, there's a couple of Zerglings. There's still some gas being mined. That is quite useful information as well. As he sees that the metabolic boost is on the way too. Doesn't really see the timing of it all, but overall gets a good understanding of what the Zerg has and what he can throw at him right now. Seeing the third base as well, that's quite a big deal, of course. And moving on out with that Reaper. Now, Cuddlebear. Let's see what his plan will be. Will he actually go for that very quick 3 base again? It hasn't worked out for him yet. But I mean, if Nitix is being greeted with a quick 3rd base, maybe that is his plan to just do that as well. We're gonna have to wait and see. So far, Cuddlebear playing it safe again. Getting Hellions, getting his starports. Keeping his Reaper alive too. Oh, that's a nice bit of micro there with the Reaper mine as well. Overlord speed did just finish off. Gonna be able to scout out the starports immediately as it hits the ground there. Might be a cancel coming out for Cuddlebear here. We're gonna have to wait and see whether or not he's gonna commit to it. No, he's not. He's gonna go for the Liberator instead. Now, the problem with that, in my opinion, is that it's gonna be pretty much the same response, right? You're gonna make Spore Crawlers, and you're gonna make a couple of, well, maybe 1 or 2 extra Queens. Or at least keep your Queens in your main bases, and you should be fine against that as well. I don't know. I would have... I'm not sure if I like the Liberator here, but we're gonna have to wait and see whether or not it's gonna do a lot of damage. At least Cuddlebear is no longer investing into the cloak as well, right? So he kind of got a refund on that one after it did get scouted. And now with the Overlords, oh my dear lord. Nitix, you're incredible. How do you know the timings of these things? Going back in again, checking to make sure if anything got cancelled. And, well, seeing the Liberator just there pop out of the starport. Wonderful job there by that Overlord. He needs to get a promotion. If any StarCraft unit needs to get a promotion, it would be that Overlord. Oof. Oof, Cuddlebear. I think he moved into the sideline there as well for a little bit, a short while. Gonna have to wait and see. No full reaction yet coming out of Nitix. This is a good siege up location. And you know what? Most likely he didn't see it actually. Only now moving around his spore crawler here. But there is the queen available onto that high ground, forcing the liberator backwards. In combination with that spore crawler, of course, onto the low ground there. Or the middle ground. Gonna poke at that hatchery. He shouldn't be able to get this, right? No, okay. Does get forced backwards with those queens. But overall, you know what? It's looking pretty good for Cuddlebear. He did get his third base up and rolling, and he pretty much got the economy that he wants to. The one thing that I'm a little bit worried about is the economy of Nitix, for at least for Cuddlebear, right? It's looking really healthy. He's on a 76 worker supply against 57. And, well, that is more than, well, about 20 workers ahead, of course. Cuddlebear might want to be looking to go across the map, but Nitix already on a situation where he doesn't really want to keep droning anyway, so he's already making Zerglings, he's already making Banelings, as this push is coming out for Cuddlebear. Now he does have a siege tank, he does have a lot of Hellions, so he might still be able to do quite a bit here. He needs to just have good micro against these the Banelings coming in though with the speed. Oh, siege tank on the high ground there being absolutely lovely, but Zerglings coming in from behind as well at the same time, being able to clean that up. And Cuddlebear, all his Marines are getting dangerously low, overstimming quite a bit. A big Baneling hit there, actually connecting onto those Marines, but chasing a little bit too far off the creep and allowing the Marines to do quite a bit of damage there. Cuddlebear trying his best to keep this aggression going, not allowing a moment's rest there for Nitix. Nitix keeping the Zergling production up as high as possible, trying to keep his injections rolling as well. Doing a pretty good job so far. And repositioning the siege tanks, seeing that there's Zerglings behind him, realizing that he can't really put those siege tanks up onto the high ground where he wants to, which would be over here, right? And then you push forward with the Marines in this area. That's truly the dream way to do this, but doesn't look like Cuddlebear will be able to find more damage. And now moving backwards under the threat of those Zergling run-bys every time. Realizing that Nitix just has more than enough to deal with this now. And that's probably the right call. Nitix, though, he did lose a couple of drones. He did lose quite a bit of time teching up, although I say that, he already does have his Hive Tech. He already has his Ultralisk Gavin. That could be a problem, actually, for Mr. Cuddlebear. He only is still on the Marine count. He has a couple of Siege Tanks, but even Siege Tanks, not the greatest tool against the Ultralisk, truly. Ultralisk, a lot more dangerous than the light counterparts in the Zerglings, of course. Alright. Nice counter aggression here coming out of Nitix as well. We're going to have to look at that SCV counter as there is a big engagement here. Oh my god. Cuddlebear looking away. Beautiful Baneling connections, and now losing two Medivacs as well to a very nicely placed Parasitic Bomb. More Zerglings still rolling in. The reinforcements for Mr. Cuddlebear is nowhere to be seen. Oh my god, even moving the Banelings backwards after seeing that there was a... Oh my god, a Widowmine being burrowed there. This might be a very dangerous situation for Cuddlebear. He just lost too much in the middle and didn't do enough damage in time, as Nitix just had more than enough with a economy to boot as well. And then controlling his counter aggression absolutely marvelously. Alright, almost killing off his own hatchery though. Needs to be careful for that one. There's still quite a couple of Marines coming in. Might be able to take advantage of that situation. But I suppose the Zerglings, the Banelings, and the Ultralisk have something to say about that. Like, do not worry, Kozen. We got this. You don't have to be scared anymore. Oh, nice goop there onto the armory. Gonna delay that +1 attack for the weaponry of the vehicles here for a little bit. Cuddlebear 70 army supply versus 86, still on a kind of an equal footing. He needs to have great micro though, because there is quite a bunch of banelings here, and he's going up the ramp. I mean, it's difficult to do so. The planetary fortress doing alright, not targeting the banelings though. GG is called. Cuddlebear not managing to find the splits that he needed to. And losing another game, meaning Nitix will be going up 4-2 in this series. And placing himself onto match point. He's 1 win away right now. And Cuddlebear, of course, needing 3 more wins. An absolutely enormous advantage here for Mr. Nitix. And we're gonna have to see how Cuddlebear manages to pull himself out of this situation. Or maybe doesn't. Of course, as you know what, us Alpha X players don't really hope for overall, even though we all love Nitix as well. At least I do. I love Nitix. He's a great player. He's a very friendly fella, and always fun to watch him and have events happen with him as well. Map. We are into game. Oh wait, Winters. Never mind. I know. It's game number 7, so it should be the final map here, and it will be Winter's Gate. Winter's Gate. I should start these series actually with Winter's Gate. Just to mess with these players. Oh, this is not Winter's Gate. Alright, there it is. That's a weird one. Alright, anyway. We are looking at another map between these two players. If Cuddlebear manages to fight back, then the entire map pool will be reset, of course. Alright, there it is. Let me set everything up as these players want to. We see that Nitix is ready. Good luck. Have fun. There we go. Game number 7, guys. Game number 7. There it is. The final game before the map pool gets reset. And potentially the final game of this entire series already. Nitix on the verge of taking this one. And it could very well happen, of course. But Winter's Gate a little bit Terran favored, as Cuddlebear says. So he's feeling confident on this one. Of course, those slow zones being absolute beasts for those siege tanks. So making things more difficult for the Zerg overall. And let's take a look in the bottom right side of the map. We have the teal Zerg player hailing from Bulgaria. He's known as the Bulgarian Trickster. He's teamless right now. He is Nitix. His opponent, not teamless. He's playing for Alpha X, of course. The pride and joy of the StarCraft 2 community and scene. Anyway, he's the green Terran player, and he is from the US of A. He is Cuddlebear. Now, let's take a look. Actually, Nitix once again going for that very quick spawning pool here. That could be very tricky, actually. I mean, there is a very big ramp on this area over here in the natural base. Cuddlebear, though, of course, already walling off on his main base, as any good Terran would. And you'd be absolutely crazy to try and wall off on your low ground here. Actually, it's not really anything any Terran does anyway, right? No matter what map it is. Even on maps where you might think that it might be possible, if you do go for double barracks, right? You don't really see it, because, you know what? You don't really see double barracks anyway, unless if it's proxied, right? So, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Not making sense. Anyway, he's gonna throw down that hatchery afterwards. Cuddlebear did go for the command center onto the low ground. His SCV is gonna run headfirst into those Zerglings right here, of course. This is a nice little bit of a delay though for those Zerglings, of course. Being busy with chasing that SCV there, allowing Cuddlebear a little bit more time to get his command center up and rolling. And, of course, having his wall off completed. I mean, even so much so that Nitix isn't even gonna bother moving those Zerglings across the map anymore. Pew! Alright, nice around here on that Reaper. Oh my god, that was so close. Very nice job that by Nitix, setting up a trap. A word that probably we shouldn't mention too many times, as it's still fresh in the mind of a lot of us. And we feel bad about it. Oh well, anyway. Coming in again with the Reaper. Checking the drone count there on the natural base. He's still getting a barracks, or a bunker, I mean. Excusez-moi. A bunker onto the high ground of his main base, which is kind of interesting. Normally myself, I would go for the barracks or the bunker onto the low ground in a situation like this. But Cuddlebear maybe knows something that I don't know. Maybe he misread the entire situation, which is also, of course, a possibility. It happens to everyone. And he did already get, you know, cheesed quite a bit here. Or all in off of the 2 base. So perhaps just, yeah, alright, he did salvage the bunker. Doesn't need it after all. He realizes. No overload speed this time. Which is another deviation here from Nitix. Maybe it's something that shows that he's playing a little bit more greedy here. Not making that investment this time. He did though still get a absolutely stellar scout, seeing pretty much everything with a singular overlord. Though the overlord didn't manage to escape anymore. Nitix, what is his plan from this situation? So far, Cuddlebear getting his 3 barracks, getting his starports up and rolling as well. Might be going for a little bit of a timing push with those barracks and the reactors. And a couple of medevacs as well. Would be rather nice. Viking also on the field. The one time that Nitix doesn't get overlord speed, there's a Viking hunting overlords. What are the odds? What are the odds? Second overlord flying in as well though, seeing the amount of barracks, seeing the starports and the factory. And apparently he's confident that he's just gonna drone for a little bit longer here. Let's see if he's gonna get punished for this. Not sure if he will. Looks like he's still doing rather nicely. And nothing is moving over across the map just yet. Now he is making the Zerglings, the actual Zerglings that he needs. And Nitix looks like he has all the tools that he would want to have facing off against a push like this. Is there an armory as well that I missed? No, okay, so these Hellions will not turn into Hellbats all of a sudden. This feels like a Hellbat push. But it's going to be a Hellion push with a lot of Marines here added in as well. No Baneling speed yet available, so those Hellions might be able to take down quite a bunch of the Banelings before they ever connect. Nice micro so far coming out of Cuddlebear, managing to get good trades. Needs to give these medevacts a moment to repair those SCVs though. SCVs getting dangerously low. So are the Hellions. Oh boy, can he manage to push through it? Not sure if he has the unit count. Baneling speed now finished up as well. Shouldn't be doing very much else here for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear now retreating. He is getting his third base up and rolling as well into his main base. So the pressure, it didn't do that much, but then again, let's take a look at the unit lost count. It traded out very favorably, right? It forced a lot of Zerglings, and it kind of equalized the worker count regardless of not killing off a lot of workers. And you know what, it's not done yet. There's still a siege tank here in a very good position now. Zerglings though managing to get into the natural base here. Oh, the SCVs having to be pulled off the line, trying to defend. And it looks like it will be cleaned up rather nicely. 3 SCVs only going down. That is less SCVs than I really thought. So nice targeting with that siege tank on top of a Baneling there. Managing to keep the Marines safe. The Marines, oh my dear lord, they're moving very far forwards here. They do not like that creep. But you know what, if they keep rolling on top of that creep, they definitely do keep rolling. Alright, ooh, a flank, potential flank going up here. No. Gonna go for another counterattack, realizing that he might be able to do quite a bit of damage as he got SCVs low, but it doesn't look like he did actually. And the third base for Nitix does fall. He did get another third base up in the 3 o'clock location. So it's not the end of the world for him, but it's still quite a devastating blow, and not one he would like to take on a map like this. With Cuddlebear still moving across bit by bit, getting further ahead. Here is Mr. Cuddlebear. Losing a couple of SCVs here is absolutely fine. A liftoff is not the worst case scenario for him. As long as he kills off these Banelings or makes them roll into the siege tanks, he's going to be able to do even more so on the other side of the Zerglings will be able to do, which are now being cleaned up or have been cleaned up. More Zerglings are on the way. Actually, really good connections there, but still not enough for Nitix, as he did send a couple of Zerglings still over here. Now Cuddlebear has to pick up. I mean, actually, oh my god, 24 workers? Are you kidding me? How did this get 24 workers? That was less Zerglings than it was before. I mean, I guess Cuddlebear just didn't notice it this time. It happens over and over and over again. Maybe he just thought he was safe, and maybe he just didn't expect it anymore, as he was kind of pushing across into the Zerg base. And now Nitix getting the Ultralisk Cavern, getting really good technology here. 51 workers. The one advantage for Cuddlebear is, of course, this army. 60 army supply. That is the one ticket forwards here for Cuddlebear. He needs to make something work with these siege tanks. Again, the Zerglings getting in though. The supply depot not being raised in time. That is the 4th time we are seeing this happen. And Nitix being absolutely relentless. Somehow, some way, finding his way back into this game. And Banelings rolling on through the Zerglings, causing the tanks to do friendly fire. Absolute devastation here for the Terran army, losing quite a couple of tanks and enormous amounts of Marines, as the Zerglings are still nibbling away at those SCVs, those poor tiny SCVs in the third base, and the natural under constant threat of Zergling runnings into their faces. Now Cuddlebear managing to pick off quite a couple of drones as well. There are Ultralisk almost about to pop though. Has Nitix been able to mine efficiently for a long enough time here, as opposed to Cuddlebear's army? Now that the Ultralisk are out, not losing the base, that is a big deal actually. I thought he might lose that base, and that would have been a nice pick off there for Cuddlebear, because you know what, that would bring him back to a 3 versus 4 base. And right now he's, of course, with the situation that is a 3 versus 5 base, and he doesn't have much in the way of form of technology to counteract against those Ultralisk. Alright, this is a good way to get back into this, of course. These Marines will be able to clean this up. This is also forcing the Zerg to move over there, and this is going to allow the other Marines to move into the third base. Another base falling immediately here. Nitix being pulled apart. Should not have moved this army there potentially to try and save that fifth base. Although there is another run by more Zerglings once again into the mineral line here for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear, I mean, he is killing more bases. Actually, another base falls here for Nitix. Cuddlebear making the dream work happen with whatever he still has. There's still a nice work account for Nitix though, but only on 2 bases now. That is absolutely insane. The Zergling run by once again has been cleaned up, but another one already on the way again. Absolutely relentless here from Nitix, coming in over and over again. Alright, and okay, there's still the drop over there, of course, still needs to get cleaned up. It's going to be very difficult, of course, with the 2 medevacs already being aware. The Ultralisk, oh my god, that was absolutely disgusting. Killing of the Queen and then immediately picking up before a single Ultralisk hit managed to connect there. Nitix needs to have some breathing room. I mean, his drone count was pretty good, but let's take a look over here. Yep, the income advantage now slowly but surely moving into favor for Cuddlebear with the use of those mules, with the use of those actual 3 bases that are mining here. And now slowly but surely getting ahead with the work account as well. Cuddlebear here, not sure as to how quick those banelings are gonna be created. Alright. So that is a very nice pick off too, actually. And 2 Ultralisk on the right side. Nitix, can he still make this happen? He has a pretty strong army. But then again, if we look at the army supply overall, right? Cuddlebear is just a little bit ahead. He needs to keep so much at home, though, in case of those run-bys. As I am slowly losing my voice because of the insanity that is going on here. A Ultralisk run by here now coming in. That is something else, isn't it? The Widowmine not going to be able to help out that much, and avoiding those Liberator zones as well. Absolutely brilliantly by Nitix. Nitix securing his full base economy again. Making those Marines be pushed back. Liberator sieging up though, and that could be the doom of Nitix. Can he still clean this up with this amount of Liberators here? Let's take a look, and well, needs to be careful though. He cannot afford to lose. Ultralisk, oh, good transfuses, alright. That's good. Another Ultralisk here on the backside, of course. Going to be able to chop right on top of those reinforcing Marines and Marauders. Absolutely stellar control from both these players. And oh, just as they say though, a nice bailing hit coming in. Cuddlebear not moving backwards in time. A good pickup though. And these Liberators doing an absolute stellar job from keeping these Queens from running through. Oh my dear lord, please don't lose those Ultralisk. Okay. They're still alive, and once again, an Ultralisk coming in. The counter-attack is live once more. Oh, he's just setting everything right here, right now, realizing he can't do much with the Ultralisk where there's the Liberators. So he's moving the Ultralisk away from the Liberators. But, oh, there's still so many Marauders and Marines in a nice position here. Being able to do quite a bit more economic damage being suffered here by Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear again falling below the worker count versus Mr. Nitix. Nitix now moving forwards again. A nice pickup. And we have to wonder if Nitix should start to invest in some sort of anti-air. Either in form of those Hydralisk or even Corruptors at this point. Queens are just not doing the trick anymore. That's a nice Spore Crawler actually. Oh my god, can the Spore Crawler get 2? Almost getting 2 Liberators there. Okay, things are calming down again. Cuddlebear looks like he's slowly getting a dominating lead in this game. If we do have to look at the supply, a lot of that supply is of course in that medevac count and the low HP Liberators here, so that could very quickly change if there's just one good engagement here for Mr. Nitix. Then again as well, those Liberators can do absolute damage to anything Zerg related here on this side of the map. Nitix maybe growing a little bit impatient, moving back in again, but Cuddlebear realizing what is happening and playing it extremely safe now on his side of the map, trying to prevent any sort of run by this time, and only going with the bare minimum amount of forces to still be able to micro his way, using those liberators, using the medevacs, but really not being able to do that much damage anymore. Nitix might be able to start expanding elsewhere once more. There is a circling over here in this location, being burrowed there. So that is going to be quite useful for Nitix. This is so weird. The Queen coming in for the flank. I mean, it is absolutely what he needs to do. Now finally being able to pick off both those liberators, cleaning up this area. But 5 more liberators on the way now on the right side of the map. Actually rotating towards that middle area. Where are they going to go? Well, they're going to set up. Alright. Very, very much far forwards here. Just starting to clean up some creep. Doesn't want to overcommit on top of the creep. Alright. There is Vipers now on the map. Vipers in combination with those Queens will be able to start dealing with those Liberators. Especially... Oh, there we go. There's the Parasitic Bombs. Forcing the Unsiege, and that's going to allow the Ultralisk to move forwards. Great Blinding Clouds as well coming in from the Zerg army here. And there's nothing really to answer these Vipers. Good re-siege though. Forcing the Unsiege, using the Vipers. The Queens might not be enough to truly deal with those, but I mean, then again, the Liberators are not in a position to deal with the Ultralisk and the Lynx and the Banelings here. Massive amounts of damage being dealt now by Nitix. More workers are going down, and the Ultralisk are not done yet. They're still moving forward, still chomping away. Chompy, chomp, chomp. Right on top of those SCVs. I mean, Nitix may have very well done it. Finally, somehow, some way, after getting those Vipers, getting an answer for those Liberators, may have been the one thing he needed to truly push through here and somehow, some way find his way to victory. Burrowing Ultralisks now. That's something you don't see every day. But this is an extreme amount of damage that has now been suffered by Cuddlebear, who is on 16 workers. He may not exactly realize how desperate the situation is for him. Of course, 18 workers in total. He is getting the Planetary Fortress here. He still kept his 4th base alive as well, or at least the 3rd base, Orbital. So he does have a couple of mules still available, but there is a Spire now as well being created here by Nitix over here. Look at that. So he's now getting the ultimate answer. It looks to me like Nitix may have broken the camel's back, but Cuddlebear is still on a reasonable army supply. The thing is, he cannot afford to move out now. He needs to use this army supply to stay on the his own side of the map and keep his economy safe. Nitix doing an absolute stellar job with those run-bys time and time again. Right, this is a little bit of a throwaway for these Lynx perhaps, but oh my god, Hailing Landmine! Oh, I didn't even see them get burrowed there. Alright, well at least we did get to see them go over that. What a play there from Nitix. Baiting out the Bio Ball and getting the Bailing Landmine here. At the same time though, those Liberators actually denying mining for 2 bases here for quite a long time. So kind of tying up the income. Actually, Cuddlebear ahead in income right now using those mules. And as he's denying the mining on those 2 bases, Cuddlebear might not be out of this one yet actually. Still doing absolutely amazingly, but again a Ling run by. Forcing more economic damage on this side of the map. This is starting to get kind of crazy, guys. This is... I mean, we definitely should have started out with Winter's Gate. This game has been absolute bonkers. This is going just back and forth every time. Alright, Parasitic Bomb is going to get thrown down here. There are Corruptors on the way. As soon as those Corruptors do get on the field, it might start turning more and more into the favor of Nitix. We'll have to gonna wait and see how he controls them, of course, in combination with those, the Vipers. 19 workers have been killed, though. How did so many workers get killed? 18 workers, 26 on this Liberator. What in the world? Nitix getting a little bit reckless here. And those Liberators worth their weight in I don't know, the most valuable thing in the universe. Probably Liberators. Those Liberators worth their weight in Liberators. And Cuddlebear somehow, some way, is he actually gonna do this? He's now ahead. 34 workers versus 6. 55 army supply versus 37. It looks very doable. Oh, the Baling Landmines just barely out of position here. Oh my god, desperate attempt trying to blow them up. Not being able to do so though. Nitix, he's on 6 workers. More workers going down. Another Liberator. 31 kills on the Liberator. What in the world is going on in this game? This is absolute madness. 31 kills. What? Cuddlebear coming back around again into the game. 62 army supply now versus 34. Cuddlebear, it looks like he made it happen. Once again, coming back into this series, fighting, clawing his way back into this. And, well, I mean, what an absolutely stellar. Oh my god, killing the Vipers. They were way out of position here. A Widow Mine killing off another drone. 9 kills there on that Widow Mine. I'm absolutely speechless. Look at this. This is the amount of workers killed. 102 versus 63 here. And, well, I was just expecting more Liberators here, actually, to be fair. Right. I mean, Nitix now has less drones than he started with. He is pulling every trick in the book. He's doing burrowed Widow or burrowed Baling Landmines. Oh my god, this Widow Mine is still here. It's still just being an incredible efficient guy. Oh my god, the Baling Landmines. Oh! What a hit. Alright, I mean, it's the only way for Nitix to truly get back into this. But, oh, alright. It wasn't worth any more. He realized another Liberator on that base. That is a GG. What a game. What a game, guys. What in the world? Alright. That means we're going back to Europe here. Back into a completely fresh reset map pool. And Nitix will be able to pick the map whichever he wants to. I mean, Cuddlebear still has to win 2 games. And Nitix still has to win 1 game. But, oh my god. Oh my god, what was that? What was that game? I don't even know. That was absolute madness. Let's go Thunderbird. Alright, let's do another big macro game, you know? Let's just... okay, okay. Make myself a referee match timer over here. Right, waiting for the Cuddlebear. Nitix saying BRB as well, so we need to have a couple of minutes here, probably. What a game. Oh my god. What an absolutely disgusting game. That was something else. I cannot believe that we just got to witness that. I mean, games like those, guys, they are only possible because we do have great sponsors such as GameStop. GameStop is working to fuel the grassroots of competitive gaming. They are working as hard as they can to provide hundreds of amateur tournaments across dozens of titles and also great professional tournaments, of course. Over here in the StarCraft 2 scene. They do this for a bunch of titles, so if you want to check out which ones, of course, if you want to try to compete in one of these GameStop tournaments yourself, you can go check them out at gamestop.com/esports. That is gamestop.com/esports. And you can sign up for free, so not much to lose there. Right. Right. Oh, alright. It's getting later and later, guys, but we're still hanging in here. We're still going strong into game number 8 between these two players. How often do you get to go to game number 8 in the best of 9 series? I mean, about as much as you get to go into game number 9, perhaps. And you know what? It looks like these players might be able to bring us that. It all comes down to this right here, right now. Let me do the scores. There we go. 4 points on the board for this man in the teal color in the bottom right side of the map. He's the Zerg player. He's known as the Bulgarian Trickster. He's teamless right now, according to Wikipedia. I should have asked. I didn't. Anyway, he is Nitix. And his opponents in the top left side of the map. The Alpha X Pride and Joy Terran from the US of A. Next to some other ones. This is his moment though. He is the one. He is the only. He is Cuddlebear. And we are playing in the woods of Nitix, of course. We are playing on the European server, so we might be seeing a little bit of a slight advantage here for Nitix. And let's wait and see what he is planning to do right here. After a game like that, I'm assuming that these players must be a little bit tired, right? But then again, they are professional players. They know what they're doing and they play a lot of games anyway. So who knows? Maybe they're just getting excited. Maybe this is just where they start to warm up as things go. But it definitely seems to be true for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear went down 3-0. And you know what? He's been doing an absolute marvelous job fighting his way back into this series. And now 4-3. Game number 8. Can he do it 2 more times? He just needs 2 more victories to take the entirety of the series. Can he do it? Cuddlebear. We hope you can. At least 1 more time. Nitix though, getting a lot of queens. Trying to get some zerglings out as well. Okay. Double cats coming down into the main base. Cuddlebear, of course. Also getting that command center onto the low ground already. The SCV a little bit overconfident, perhaps. Gonna get punished for it. And you know what? Punished kind of hard here as well. Ooh, nice little mine there. Good micro coming out of Cuddlebear, keeping his Reaper alive too. Checking around, seeing the drone counts, seeing any type of, you know, potential Roach Warren. It's not here though, so he's completely fine. Now, see, did he see the 3rd base as well already? Alright, yeah, he did. Ooh, trying to get that Creep Tumor. Didn't manage to get it though. 1 shot away. Just getting there a little bit too slow to get it, unfortunately. And Cuddlebear once again opening up with the Hellion play here. Looks to be the go-to choice. And we're going to have to wait and see if he goes for that very quick 3rd base as well again. And then, of course, the ever so dangerous Roach Warren being created here for Nitix. Once more. The Reaper still alive, still a potential scout. But it looks like Nitix kind of has this pathway on lockdown using those links. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a good place to put them for sure. The Hellions might also be able to scout this, of course. There's a Liberator on the way. It doesn't seem like Cuddlebear is overcommitting into another 3rd base against this. So, you know what? I feel like he might be in a best case scenario right here versus a Roach Warren this early on. Is it actually going to be a lot of roaches though? That's the next question. Okay, yes it is. Yes, it is. That's a lot of roaches. The Queen's doing their best to try and force this Force of Terran away again. Back to their own base. Cuddlebear, he's not making Banshees though this time. He's gonna go for that Liberator. Oh boy, alright, there is the third base now being thrown down for Cuddlebear. He does not only have one barracks though. Okay, this could be trouble. This could be trouble indeed. The Bulgarian trickster might trick out another opponent here, as Cuddlebear is still completely unaware. There is a mineral patch missing here, so the roaches are just moving on by, and this is going to be a heck of a lot of trouble here. Already picking off quite a couple of the Hellions. The Hellions now being surrounded by the Lynx. The Lynx doing a lot of damage. Bunkers are being thrown down. This supply depot wall in trouble too. Might also not be the best moment to try and make a wall of there. Cuddlebear though, okay, I mean, Nitix should be flying around this, right? Or moving around. Where are the roaches? Alright, they are transforming into Ravagers. Ravagers on the way. Gonna try their best. Should be able to take down the Liberator as well. Immediately, there it is. Beautiful connection on top of that Liberator. And this is a lot of damage now being taken. And one Marine in the bunker. That should be pretty good. But the... oh my god, the Biles. Doing absolute massive amounts of damage. There is a third base available here for Mr. Cuddlebear. Oh my god, just barely not having enough miles to kill off the siege tank. But he is forcing off both these bases to not mine here for quite a while. The Zerglings are running into top of the tank, and there might just be too much Zerg here. The Zerglings are running through. Is it though? Is it enough? Oh my dear lord, it's so incredibly close. Roaches coming down. Zerglings are still wailing away over there on that supply depot wall. Right now down to 21 workers, still on 3 bases though, of course. A lot of Zerglings now going for the surrounds. There's one Hellion still here. Come on, Mr. Hellion. And that might be it. That might be our final game, guys. It might be a little bit anticlimactic, but it was a very solid choice from Nitix. A very nicely chosen strategy. It's the one he won most games with, and it's the one that is working out the best against Cuddlebear, who is being a little bit greedy, getting that third base before he is actually getting the other barracks, of course. And as we can see, he got punished again for it. Punished again. And that is just, unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles, guys. That's the game of StarCraft 2. That means Nitix is our grand old champion today. And congratulations to him. He takes home the bacon. And one more time, guys, do remember, we have a short, brief moment still to fill out the Matcherino code. It should be over there, just above the chat window. If you haven't already, fill in that code. Give these guys a little bit of extra pocket change, right? They deserve it after those games. Holy moly. Jeez Louise. Both players actually do get a bit of money, right? So if you want to help out, it's not going to cost you anything. It's almost like magic. Pretty much is magic, but they don't want me to tell you that it is. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I'll be back definitely on Friday, the 4th of October. We're gonna have another show match series for you, and that one will be Kaz versus Vanya, another ZVT series, another best of 9. Should be absolutely amazing. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Europe summertime. Is it still summertime then? I don't know if it is. It should switch at one point, right? Did it switch this weekend? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm a confused mess on that part. Anyway, guys, I've been really Kozen. You can check me out over here. It's my Twitter. If you want to hit me up, give me a follow. I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you to the players. Thank you to Alpha X. Thank you to Africa TV. And thank you to GameStop. 24-hour fitness. Everyone, thank you. And thank you for watching. Very much appreciate you as well, of course. And I'll be heading off for tonight. And head off to bed, for I will have work in the morning as well again. Alright, everyone, have a good one. I love you. Bye bye.